into the Iraq War in 2003, former Private First Class Jessica Lynch was seriously injured and captured by Iraqi soldiers. A week later, she was freed by U.S. forces in what would be the first successful rescue of an American POW since World War II, and the first ever of a woman. As the press and the Pentagon hyped her story, Lynch went about setting the record straight. I'm very happy to welcome to my show Miss Jessica Lynch.
Hi, thank you.
Welcome, my dear.
Well, thank you.
You were the first female POW ever to be rescued. Tell me what happened to you. What happened to you in Iraq on that day?
Well, my convoy was ambushed on March 23rd, and from there, I was actually knocked unconscious, so I'm not really sure what happened. But the next thing I know, I woke up and I was laying in a hospital bed, surrounded by Iraqis all staring down at me.
So basically, a so-called enemy hospital.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you were very injured? What were the injuries?
I had a head concussion. My back was broke at the 4th and 5th lumbar. My arm right here, it's actually removed, and a rod is put in place. My femur was taken out and a rod is there, along with my tibia. And let's see, my right foot was completely crushed. I've had 20 surgeries over the past 7 years just to correct everything.
So do you think they took care of you? They took good care of you there?
Yeah, I think so. As long as I was conscious and alert, I know that, they never tried to harm me.
Were you treated badly in any way during the capture?
Beforehand, before I was taken to the hospital.
Beforehand, what happened? What did they do to you then?
I still don't know the full details. No, I've never been told. Just from the medical evidence, we know that there was definitely some bones that they may have broken.
First they did that and then they fixed it.
Yes. Well, I had all of the surgeries and stuff done in Germany. During Iraq, they were actually going to amputate my left leg because it was so severely damaged, and from the nerves that were damaged from the back being broken, I lost all feeling from my waist down.
So you think that they might have tortured you a little before you went to the hospital?
That's what the reports are saying.
But if you were unconscious, what could they possibly get out of you?
That's what we were asking, yeah.
Yeah, that's a strange...
What was their purpose?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know. But that's just what the reports and stuff. But there was a time gap that I was knocked unconscious.
So after you left the Iraqi hospital, what happened then?
I was flown from there to Germany.
To Germany, where they gave you all the surgeries and everything?
Yes.
How long were you in Germany?
About 10 days, just recuperating, trying to stabilize. I had to have blood transfusions before I could fly back to the United States.
And then you flew back to your home?
No, I went to Walter Reed and stayed there for 3-4 months.
I see.
So.
What happened when you came home?
It was kind of chaos. It was definitely a whirlwind of events that I was not used to. So,
well, the hype was that you went down kind of like a Rambette.
Rambo, yeah.
I say Rambette because you're a woman, but that did not. So what did they say? They were saying that you were a hero and that you had in a blaze of glory and all that. But that did not feel right to you.
No. I knew that wasn't right because before I blacked out. My weapon, I could not get it to fire. It had completely jammed. So I knew for a fact that those stories were not correct. And it was just, it's in me, it's who I am to tell the truth.
To tell the truth.
Yeah, I had to come out and be honest with it. And
it would have been just as easy probably for you to say, well, okay, I was a hero and you didn't.
Yeah, absolutely, because nobody would have known. I mean, everyone in my vehicle was killed that day. So I was the only survivor out of the 5 of us. I mean, so it would have been very, very easy to take credit for everything that...
Well, from my point of view, you're a hero for telling the truth.
Well,
because the truth is what makes people heroes a lot of times.
Unfortunately, a lot of people didn't look at it like that. Still to this day, I get blamed for being, I guess, the liar, the creator of the myth. And
in other words, people think that you made up the Rambo myth.
Yeah, even though I've came out and, continuously have said for the past, it's been almost 8 years now. So for those past 7 years, I've completely said those are not the true stories. This is what really happened. And still, you know, I still get blamed for kind of creating those.
Well, you know, you're a truth teller, so you know what the truth is. So who cares what they say, really? You know what happened.
Yeah, it's just hard, you know, because I'm trying to, I guess, physically and emotionally heal. And it's just hard knowing that, you know, people still look at me as I'm the one that created all those stories. Well,
the rescue was videotaped, released to the public, and then this big hype ensued. I mean, do you feel you were used by the government a little bit?
Yeah, maybe in the beginning. Now, you know, I look at it as, you know, they had a job to do too. They were looking at it as the point of view of, you know, this is a historical event, and they wanted to make sure that they captured every moment of it.